Hi, Hilary. So happy to share this time with you here. And
Hey.
I am super curious what you can tell me about your new plans in Copenhagen, Thailand, and all about the Jade Temple, your journey to get there. And first, I will introduce you so that all the others also know what a great woman you are. So Hilary is a Tao Tantra coach, the founder of the Jade Temple, a woman's temple space in Copenhagen, Thailand. And that offers feminine embodiment workshops, immersions, retreats, and trainings, etc. And yeah, I'm curious to know more about that for sure. But first, I'm curious, what started this journey for you? What inspired you to do this journey?
So much. You mean the journey to creating the J Temple, right? The space here in Copenhagen?
Yes, and also like
My
Tao
overall
Tantric
journey.
arts for women in general.
Yeah, beautiful. So, what really inspired me to go on this journey, generally speaking, is a super, super deep, almost like a need, like beyond a want, like a need to connect with my female body. You know, I had been doing so much yoga and meditation and self-development and spiritual development, all of this kind of stuff for years and years and years. And I found that there was a very, very big part of myself that was completely untouched and unexpressed with all of this work that I was doing. And what are these parts of myself? They were my femininity and my sexuality. And, you know, for a very long time, I kind of knew that that was sitting there, like this desire to really to heal myself and also to awaken my fullest sexual potential, I would say, and to find like a deep, authentic empowerment. So it was just sitting there for a long time, and I didn't know what to do or where to go or how to really develop these parts of me because I didn't have the tools or the resources or the teachers or the trainings. You know, I had a couple books and websites and stuff like that, but nothing that was really, really doing it for me. And then I found the main teacher who I work with now online, and I started doing her courses, and they were courses that brought both Tao and Tantra together. And I've just been on such a deep journey for the last 5 years or so, really diving into my own self, my own female body, and then also, of course, now teaching it and offering it to other women.
Yes, that's great to hear. So, and you say, you said to me, you have now this new Jade Temple. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, I certainly can. So this is like my dream of the last 4 years coming true. So it is, and it's going to be officially out there in about 2 months or so. And it's a place for women to come together here in Copenhagen, Thailand, where I live, so that they can do this work that I'm just talking about, so that they can learn what it feels like, learn the, I guess, like the embodied reality of what it's like to connect with their feminine, to connect with their sexuality, to feel, oh my gosh, I have breasts, I have a yoni, I have a womb, and what it's really like to uncover that. You know, I find that it's like this treasure chest just waiting there for women to kind of like unfold and explore. And so this space is there so that, I mean, there's a couple of reasons. First, so that women can come and that they can get these teachings, but also so that they can do it alongside other women, because I have found in my journey that, you know, this work can be deep and it can be intense and it can be scary at times, and it can also be ecstatic at times. And I've found that when women come together in the same physical space to do this work, there's just such a palpable feeling of beauty and magic and safety that develops, such a foundation of trust and acceptance and openness. And this foundation really allows women to go a lot deeper and a lot higher, a lot faster, I would say. And not that we're looking to go super, super quickly, but it really, really facilitates the process to do this work alongside other women. So that's the big reason for this temple space being birthed.
Yeah, so that women can do this work also in sisterhood, and that's really supportive. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And you say this work to uncover the magic in the womb, and hey, I have breasts. What kind of magic is this? What are women uncovering?
They're uncovering their original essence, the truth of their being. You know, when we're little babies and toddlers, we are vibrant and we're pulsating and we're alive and we're juicy and sensual and sexual with our own essence, with our creative life force energy. And then we go through this process of socialization and conditioning and media message and religion and family and culture and, you know, wounding experiences, sexual trauma, all of this stuff, and it shuts us down. And so this work is about coming back to that original essence and really discovering that. I find it's a very personal journey because each woman's essence is different, yet it's very universal because we all have this like juicy, throbbing, creative energy within us that I really feel is longing to come out and to be expressed. And some women are very aware of this longing, and some women, you know, many women come to my classes and workshops and stuff, and they're like, whoa, I didn't even realize that this is within me, like dying for expression and recognition.
Yeah. And you talk about this work. What is this work? What do you do?
Yeah, I know I use that term a lot, which can feel kind of like, what is it? So first and foremost, I would say this work, it's about connecting with the womb space, with our pussy, with our yoni, with our breasts, with our heart. So like I said in the beginning, it's just having awareness that these parts of us, not only that they exist, but they are super powerful, wise, intuitive, vibrant parts of ourselves that when we bring our attention to them, when we bring our presence, when we go there with love, with devotion, without needing to get anything, just going there because they're beautiful, because they're worthy, because intuitively we feel like there's something very, very powerful within there. That's what this work is. So it's about recreating a new relationship, not only with our female bodies, but with our entire essence, with our being, with our whole humanity.
Yeah, beautiful. You also mentioned that this is an interesting topic for you, a difference between self-care and feminine self-care.
So this is a huge thing, and I touched on it a little when I was just speaking about my journey, but I find that a lot of women who are, you know, into self-development or spiritual development, or they're on healing journeys, they have some sort of awareness and consciousness that is waking up within them. They often value self-care, and this is how I was as well. So they're doing yoga, they're doing meditation, they're eating healthy, they're exercising, they're doing stuff to keep their mind and their body and their heart vibrant and healthy. And as I said at the beginning, I find that the one thing that is really, really missing is a connection to sexuality. And so I would say the difference between self-care and feminine self-care is just that. It's like, it's moving from caring for this whole body to specifically targeting the female body, the womb, the pussy, the yoni, the breasts. And it's doing different practices, different exercises to cultivate that connection and to cultivate the energies that are living specifically within the sexual and reproductive parts of our bodies.
Mm-hmm. And then you have this connection. You are doing this work. What do you experience then when you have this? What does it add to make this connection to our feminine reproductive organs and pussy, the word we are reclaiming? what 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 do we get out of it?
Yeah, such a great question. You know how sometimes you like walk down the street and you see a woman and she's just like pulsating and vibrant and alive, and you're like, damn, like what's that woman got? Like, did she just have an amazing sex, or like what happened? This is what we get. We start to become turned on from the inside out, and it starts to pulsate and radiate throughout our entire lives. So of course it affects our sexuality. So women begin to feel more pleasure, feel more sensation in their pussy. Women start to have better orgasms and just better experiences in general sexually with themselves and then also with a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't stop there. That's what I love so much about this work, is that it spills over into the rest of our lives, because this is our creative life force. This is the energy that we were born with. Mm-hmm. So I found in myself, and I found with so many other women who I've worked alongside, that when the sexual energies are worked with and harnessed and cultivated in her body, that her creativity is affected, her overall energy, her well-being, her health, her relationships, her spiritual connection. I find, you know, a lot of women, they can start this work when they're in a place in their lives where they're like, what am I doing in my life? Like, what is my passion? What's my purpose? What really, really, really lights me up inside? What do I want to share with the world? And this is actually the kind of energy, the sexual energy can really activate that, because I find that this is the energy that's just wanting to flow from nature, from spirit, from the universe through us and then back out into the world in like this endless creative loop. So, I mean, it might seem like kind of a leap to some women, but I really find that this work of reclaiming our bodies and getting in touch with our sexuality can help us to really understand and intuit what the higher purpose and calling is in our life, what we're meant to be doing here, what our very, very unique individual gifts are that we are born with, that we're really meant to bring out into the world.
Yeah, beautiful. So, I have met you before in Copenhagen, Thailand. I'm very happy about that. And I see that you are right now really radiating and actually totally, you look like a woman you just described walking down the street.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm curious, what happened for you the last weeks? What was so, what caused you to radiate like this right now?
Yeah, oh, that's
How
such a
did the
good
practices
question.
support you?
Yeah, so, well, in the last weeks, I just arrived back to Copenhagen. I was in Ithaca, New York, where my other base is. And I got back here, and first this island, like Copenhagen in general, as you know, it's an island that's pulsating and alive with energy. It's, you know, it's a place in the world that I feel like a lot of people are drawn to when they go on these journeys of sexual exploration and development. So just being on this island really, really helps. But also, since I've gotten back here, I've been doing way more jadeegg practices, way more breast massage practices. I've been getting together with my women friends and doing these practices together. I've been dancing a lot more. I've been singing. I've gone out into nature. So all of these things are super, super supportive to creating this inner vibrancy, this radiance.
Yeah, it sounds so nourishing. So beautiful.
So delicious.
Okay. Hilary, is there anything else you would like to share with the women out there who are feeling connected to these Sexpert talks?
Yeah, sure. I would love to share that in this feminine embodiment work, in this work of cultivating your sexuality, it can seem daunting at first. It can seem like, oh my God, like this is so big. What do I do? I'm afraid. How do I begin to go there?
Mm-hmm.
And what I love to speak to with that is that you don't need to begin a practice that's going to completely take over your life. That there are so many small, short, but really, really deep, powerful practices that women can bring into their lives right now to help begin cultivating these energies within them. So I can just give two simple examples of that.
That was my next question, exactly.
Yeah. One of them is breast massage. So for a woman to massage her breasts, and she can do this on the outside of her clothes or with clothes off with oil, which is my favorite way to do it, for her to go to her breasts and just massage them even for 3, 4, 5 minutes, it begins to cultivate such an amazing relationship with her female body. You know, the breasts are the part of a woman's body where we can really, really fill up with a lot of love, with a lot of energy, a lot of sexual energy. It's where we can nurture ourselves so super deeply from. So I always encourage women to do breast massage as much as they possibly can, even if it's for, 30 seconds in the shower. You can literally just be there with your hands over your breasts, even giving them a little bit of a bounce or a shake. One way to begin to connect with the female body. And the other practice, I would say, is pussy breathing. So it's just breathing super deeply in and out of your mouth as if you're breathing all the way down into your pussy. But then you can also imagine that your pussy has a mouth on her, because she kind of does, It's like our actual mouth and our pussy, they're like the two entrances inside of our body. So you can actually imagine that your pussy has a mouth on it, and you can inhale and imagine that your pussy is taking in air. Imagine that your pussy is breathing in and breathing out and breathing in and breathing out. And this actually helps to bring more blood flow, more oxygen flow, more energy flow into your whole pelvis and pussy. And it's a super amazing way to begin to reconnect on an emotional level, but also to bring that physiological nourishment to the female body.
That was very nice to hear. And the funny thing is, of course, since I am a Tao Tantric arts practitioner myself, I have heard about breast massage and pussy breathing a lot, but I love the image of the pussy having a mouth.
Right?
I never actually so clearly, so literally heard someone say that, and I thought that was quite fun and a very nice, enlivening image.
Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful, right? And yeah, I really feel that our pussy and our mouth and our throat, they're so energetically connected. And, that's why like freeing our voice is super connected with freeing our sexual essence. And the work goes hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. There is so much more to say about all these things. I think we can wrap it up here. And I want to thank you, Hilary, for sharing your aliveness.
It is my absolute pleasure.
Yeah. And so here below somewhere there will be contact details about your work, but tell us please, where can we find you?
You can find me at thejadetemple.com, and you can also find me on Instagram at thejadetemple.
Okay, great. Then have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much. So beautiful to see you and to connect and to share these little bits of my truth.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Bye.
Ciao.